Well, Coach, in a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, summer. Well, Coach, in a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go. 70, Indy. 22 jet bombers, 22 jet bombers. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
General West.
2nd and 9 now. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Well, a throw complete to Dorsett.
Complete to Philip Dorsett. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Broncos 47.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
6-6, pull it high.
From the gun, Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. backfield. That's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Come on, set. 60 or 61. Get it.
Now a handoff working right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, Zoo. Deep grip, deep grip.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Hey, check 24. Greystone, Travis. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Smith. Shoot.
Off the play fake. Herbert completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 54 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
The tackle made by Jayon Brown. A gain of 2.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos nothing.
Ready? 50, plant. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
To throw on second down. Herbert, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Pilot, 64, weak. X3, 218, chopper. Switch. Let go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. 2nd and 6. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
11 more on that one, and another first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Second and long. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Hey, Haywood!
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now they try the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Herbert. It's caught. Beckham. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
91.
On 1st down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, Echo.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't.
Look at me. Zipper.
You don't want me.
5.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Man left. 4 down. Check 24. Check 24.
Hit it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
I'm trying to collect. Mike 7. Mike 7. Not today, you are.
2nd and 3. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Indy.
He'll look to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Check.
Again, it's Jones. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Down. 90 Wolf.
Mike 58 right there. I'm coming for you. You mine.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Cooper was the intended target. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Ready.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw. Herbert. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
It certainly feels like they're more than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off play action. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Hey, foxtrot.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
On the ready.
Mike 7. Let's go one more. We got right coming. Watch out.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go.
Twist. Mike 7.
Let go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 7. Let's go.
Ready?
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. It's complete to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 48 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards. And a 1st down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ready up.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Go. Hey, Delta.
7's a Mike. Mike 7. Get that.
Shoot.
Here's a 2nd and 7. looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
And two stop.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
Yep.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Hey, Zoo.
7. Mike, 7.
Ready.
Second and 11. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check. Mike,
Move.
7. They gonna need some therapy after this. 7's a Mike. Now watch run. Mike 7. Mike 7. Watch a slant. Watch
5.
They'll look to throw here. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
64, weak. Bravo.
Back to throw. Herbert. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, baby.
Come on,
So it's
set.
Bronco football
70.
as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Broncos, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.